So I'm sitting here thinking about my year 2021 and what this year has been for me. And I realized that the cycle that ended for me this year, well, last year now, was that there was no more left in me to give to people. I really released and let go of a lot of relationships that were not reciprocating the same type of energy. The funny thing is, I used to not celebrate New Year's after coming across the knowledge that, the new year doesn't truly start until the springtime when, there's new flowers growing and grass and the bud and the leaves and all this. So I never really aligned myself with New Year's and celebrating in the dead winter. But then I came to realize that in the wintertime, when everything is dead, um, this is the end of a cycle in order for new to come. So I began thinking on that, like, okay, so if I look at my life, I can see what cycle has really ended for me this year. And what it was relationships that were not reciprocating the same type of energy. These are the relationships and cycles that ended for me, making room for new ones in 2022. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm not going back and forth with people. I'm not going back and forth in this cycle that of one day we good and the next moment we here, right? It's a difference in between, people bumping heads from time to time. But then there's times where you compromise, where you hear each other's side, and where you are both trying to work on the relationship or the communication aspect of your relationship or what y'all are giving to each other. You're working on that. I'm done compromising. I've tried it, right? I have tried it. I have tried to be the bigger person. I have tried to express my emotions. I have tried to work with them, and people have continually shown me that they are not interested truly in my emotions. They only care about me and care to benefit off of me from whatever makes them happy, or I'm just to their disposal. But that's ending for me. I'm not dealing with the stresses and the confrontations and the disagreements. It's been stuck in a toxic cycle. And some people will tell you, especially when it comes to family members, and I spoke about this on another video earlier in the year, like sometime around April, and I'm probably going to post that again if anybody want to watch it. Because when it comes to family, certain people will have you feeling like you're wrong from disconnecting from certain family members, and they're not understanding what type of cycle you be going through with these people. You be having confrontational moments all the time with them, or they're being stressful. They're always bringing you their emotional baggage. They don't care how they treat you. They want to take advantage of you, and it takes away from you. So there are times when you have to realize that if I'm giving so much to this person, am I getting the same thing in return? Are they really caring about my feelings, or am I just a benefit to them? And if I am, then they're probably benefiting more off of me than I am this whole connection, and it's slowing me down and it's keeping me back. And I'm trying to compromise with them. I'm trying to talk to them, trying to see, how we could better our relationships and communication, and they're not willing to do that. Then that's holding me back because I keep being unsatisfied. So I need to make room for new relationships in 2022 with people who are going to give and I receive the same type of energy that I am giving. That we are able to compromise, that we are able to talk about whatever needs to be talked about and move forward and grow and build together. If you're not trying to do that, they got cut. They got cut last year. So that was the cycle that ended for me. So it's basically learning to choose your battles wisely. Like I said, if these people not willing to work with you, they not willing to build with you, they're unmotivated, they don't really care, like you could tell them whatever it is you telling them, and they're not motivated to change, and they stay stuck in a cycle. And then you look at their life, analyze where they've been, how long they have been this way since you known them. And there are a lot of people in your life, especially family members, who have been stuck in the same cycle. If you look at them, there's no growth. What have they obtained? They haven't went nowhere. Got the same mindset. They're stuck. Why would you keep being attached to it, believing and being in this disillusionment that this is just the way they are, they're never going to change, and you have to accept that you don't. And that was one of the things for me. I wasn't emotionally strong enough to detach from a lot of relationships that I should have been detached from. When I been noticed how stingy people were concerning me, when I been noticed how disrespectful people would like to get with me at times, when I been seeing how they weren't willing to compromise, but I was an open book, and they weren't changing. So it's no need of me dealing with this hardship for a whole nother year. And I know it's not in your heart to change. You're not motivated to change. You don't care what I got to say. You do not care about our relationship that much. You just care more about, how you moving in life, what benefits you. And if I'm not a part of that, it's okay. I'm making room for new. That's all. Now, what I should have been done, like I said, is I should have let go of those relationships a long time ago. And I should have just prayed about what I was observing, hoping in that one day they'd be awakened, and one day they'll get out of this stuck place, and that we could have this beautiful relationship. But for right now, I have to help myself. And helping myself means that whatever is holding me back from growing and continuing to build and add to my life, I gotta let it go. And it may be saddening and it may be non-traditional for certain people, but it's my life. So I have to do what's best for me. And that's the disconnect. And I'm so glad about this new year 2022, because a lot of people are not going to be around me that were around me last year. I think I did a good job. I feel like I did a good job of disconnecting emotionally where I needed to disconnect from. And I've also had some relationships and connections where we've been able to talk and hash it out and be able to respect one another, respect our differences, and willing to work on building a better relationship. But for the ones who didn't, 2021 is looking like that was your bus number and it was time for you to get off. That was your bus stop. I meant to say, it looked like your bus stop number and it was time for you to get off. You're no longer riding with me. Not doing it. So, with that being said, like I said, I'm ready for this new year. And I'm ready to receive people, because I don't want to attract or not attract, but I don't want to talk too much about what I don't want to attract. Because what I do want is like-minded people and people who are willing to give, and we both benefiting off each other, and we are building a great relationship, a great connection. That's all I want in life. Other than that, I could build by myself. But that's all I want to say, y'all. Look at my hair. But all right, y'all. Peace.